But first time for Countdown's number 2 story, tonight's worst persons in the world. The bronze in English this time. The bronze to Lonesome Rhodes Beck. Hemorrhaging advertisers, can't spell, doesn't rehearse, losing his mind. They have their hands around the neck of this Republican. They are about to snap it if we don't wake up. I have the answers. Get on your knees and pray. Turn the other cheek, never in anger, never in anger. Pray for more time. Stand up in your community and speak without fear. Base it all in fact. Be the media source. You may be the only thing that stands between freedom and slavery. And if you can, join those who are willing to take a stand in Washington, D.C. on 9/12. They're very well organized in their communities, and I didn't realize how many socialist communities there were. Yeah, like Glennie won't make money if you go to Washington for his 9/12 group. By the way, who's this socialist they Lonesome Beck sees? Gophers! Invisible gophers! They're everywhere, everywhere! The runner-up tonight, our old friend Kansas Congresswoman Lynn, I was against the Great White Hope before I was for it, Jenkins. Turns out her use of a white supremacist phrase dating back to the persecution of black heavyweight champion Jack Johnson was not her first brush with sleazebaggery. 5 weeks ago, a 27-year-old uninsured waitress named Elizabeth Smith came to a town hall with her uninsured 2-year-old son asking why they shouldn't have access to a low-cost public insurance option. Congresswoman Jenkins' response, no, we should give you money so you can buy higher-priced insurance from private insurers, and you need to grow up, miss, is the definition of the tone deafness of Republicans when it comes to, you know, people.
A government-run program is going to subsidize not only yours, but everyone's in this room. So I'm not sure what we're talking about. Well, I think it comes down to the whole discussion of... Okay, folks, hey, let's not our job to pay for your health care. Yeah, let's be respectful. I believe people should be given the opportunity to take care of themselves with a refund or an advanceable tax credit to go get grown up and go buy the insurance.
And I believe Congresswoman Jenkins needs to become an uninsured waitress so she learns a little empathy and love thy neighbor more than thou lovest thy campaign contributions from the insurance industry. Uh-oh! But our winners, sadly, the advertising agency DDB Brazil, where they thought this was a great idea for a public service ad. It shows countless planes about to crash into every building in New York City, including the no longer standing World Trade Center, and the only words on the ad read, the tsunami killed 100 times more people than 9/11. The planet is brutally powerful. Respect it, preserve it. As if you should be using the nightmare of 9/11 in an advertisement, as if you should be using it to make any point. And by the way, what is the point, by the way? That agency, DDB Brazil, submitted that monstrosity to the Brazilian branch of the World Wildlife Federation, which rejected it. But then these geniuses also submitted it to an advertising awards competition and left the WWF logo on it. The World Wildlife Fund did the right thing, saying this afternoon that this was, quote, an unauthorized use of our logo, and we are aggressively pursuing action to have it removed from websites where it is currently being featured. We strongly condemn the messages and the images portrayed in this ad. On behalf of WWF here in the U.S. and around the world, we can promise you this ad does not in any way reflect the thoughts and feelings of the people of our organization. An advertising website lists the creative teams for most major ads worldwide. Here's the list for one from DDB Brazil. Executive Creative Directors Rodolfo Sampaio, Julio Anderi. Creative Directors Julio Anderi, Guilherme Jahara. Copywriter Adriano Matos. Art Director Guilherme Jahara. Art buyer Carmen Castillo, Carolina Galastri. And in charge of the ad and the CEO, President, Creative Director of the DDB Brazil agency, Sergio Valente. And frankly, I hope he starves on the streets. The advertising agency DDB Brazil, today's worst persons in the world.